Beer here back in the Fantasy Bar Monday night in the NBA on tap. We got 6 of my favorite plays for the 6-game slate, and we're going to give you my favorite play out of each and every game. Some value plays I'm liking. Every single play in the 6-pack today, under 9K on both sites. Some injury situations to capitalize on, and a beast of the night, I think, is in a smash spot. Who are we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Barn. Find out. Welcome in, everybody. Monday edition of the 6-pack. Hope everybody out there had a great weekend, an incredible weekend of football. Not so much for my Green Bay Packers, but should be a fun playoffs in the NFL. But we are here to talk some NBA. 6 of my favorite plays ready for you on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and checking out the video. Before we get into plays, a couple things. Take a second, click that thumbs up button. That's a tip jar here on this free video. Appreciate that very much. Subscribe to the channel as well. Don't miss any of the content. NFL videos as well. We'll see. Maybe we get some playoff videos. Pints and picks 2-0 once again this week. So hopefully you guys took advantage of that. But subscribe. Don't miss any of the videos. NBA coming to you a couple times a week. And of course, check out scoresandodds.com/beer for all of your sports betting needs. All right, 6 games on the slate tonight. I'm going to give you my favorite play out of every game. Obviously, salary an issue here. Can't just pick all the higher end guys. In fact, we've kept everybody under 9,000, should easily be able to fit everybody and leave room for some of your favorite plays out there as well. Let's start with Milwaukee point guard, shooting guard, Jrue Holiday. So a couple of down games, and I put that in quotations because I think people are just going to look at the game log, say, this guy's not been great lately, and they're going to move on. But first game, coming back from the illness, the injury, so didn't play a whole lot in that one. Next game, Charlotte absolutely blew the doors off of this Milwaukee team. So I think we get a big bounce back from the Bucks and Holiday here. Now, we know Giannis, the ton of usage. We know that. Chris Middleton off the floor. Jrue Holiday, second on the team as expected in usage, fantasy points per minute in this scenario here. And has been very good against the New York Knicks this season. A couple of matchups here already, almost 42 DraftKings points per game, and it makes sense. The Knicks, not very good defending the point guard position. We know Jalen Brunson, very good offensively, lacks in the defensive side of things. Knicks 7th most fantasy points allowed to this position. Jrue Holiday gives you a ton of upside. Price down there about as low as we've seen in over a month. Take advantage here against the New York Knicks. All right, next pick, small forward, power forward. We're going back to the well on our boy, NAJI Marshall. Marshall, very good for us the other night. Had him in the Friday night 6-pack. Gave us a nice 8x return. In fact, he's been doing that every night since entering this starting lineup. No Zion, no Ingram expected again here tonight. This guy's averaging almost 37 DraftKings points a game over the last 3. I don't think this is going to slow down. He's gotten a lot more aggressive offensively. We're seeing a ton of shot attempts. Plus, guy that can contribute across the entire stat sheet here. Hit every single category the other night. I think we get a nice, close, competitive game in this one. Total not as high as some of the other games that we're going to talk about here. But Marshall, the price is just not caught up to this new role. Take advantage here. Great play here in the mid-range once again tonight. All right, let's go to the point guard position. Let's spend some money on De'Aaron Fox of the Kings. You talk about a nice combination of floor, ceiling, cash games, tournaments. Can play this guy in any format here. 32 DraftKings points has been the lowest that he has given us in the last 12 games. So yes, you need a little bit more on your floor at these prices. The point is when you can bank on 30 plus the upside to get you into the 40s, and we've seen multiple 50, 55-point games out of De'Aaron Fox. Just a great combination, again, of that floor and ceiling. This game, unlike the one we just talked about with NAJI Marshall, huge total here at almost 240. Both of these teams top half in pace. We know the Kings, one of the fastest paced teams in all of the NBA. And Orlando, very much like we talked about with the Knicks, struggled defending the point guard here. Bottom 10 in fantasy points allowed to this position. De'Aaron Fox, ton of upside, under 9K on both sides. All right, let's stay at point guard, shooting guard with Malcolm Brogdon of Boston. So no Marcus Smart can open up some opportunities for a few of these Boston guards. I think a lot of people are going to gravitate towards Derek White, but Brogdon, the guy I want here. When you run the numbers in court IQ, he leads this team with over 3% usage bump when Smart is not on the floor, averaging almost 1.2 fantasy points per minute in that same scenario here, and really in good form right now. 38 or more DraftKings points in 2 of the last 3 games. These teams have matched up 3 times already this season, and Brogdon's been great in this matchup, averaging 32 DraftKings points per game in those 3 games against Chicago. So a great value play. Another guy that can really stuff the stat sheet. Doesn't necessarily have to score to get you there. Can get you there in a variety of ways. Obviously a good matchup for him. One of the better cheap value plays at the guard position here tonight. All right, one more play at the point guard position. We're loading up on point guards tonight with Russell Westbrook of the Lakers. So you can make all these guys fit on both sides here. So as many point guards as I can get in my lineup is what I want to do here tonight. And Westbrook has just been dominating this DraftKings salary at 7,700. We're talking 6, 7x returns in each of the last 3 games here. We know they need him offensively without Anthony Davis, kind of that second fiddle behind LeBron James. Our boy Dennis Schroeder been solid here as well. Don't hate him tonight. But 43 or more DraftKings points now in 5 of the last 7 games here for Russell Westbrook. Another guy, when you look at the matchups here, these two teams have met twice already. Westbrook averaging almost a triple-double against the Denver Nuggets. 16.5, 9.5, and 10. Good for 46 DraftKings points per game against the Denver Nuggets. Russell Westbrook, a walking triple-double, and should not be under 8K, but we get that here tonight on DraftKings. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Monday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Free to play, easy to play, and more importantly, a thank you to you guys for your support here of the Fantasy Bar. All you got to do, head down to the comment section right below the video and guess fantasy points on DraftKings tonight for my Beast of the Night. The closest guess wins themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. Chance to check it all out heading into the NFL playoffs. What a better time to have some free premium in your pocket. Now, while you're down there, I want to know who your top play is. Who's your Beast of the Night on this 6-game Monday slate? Sound off in that comment section. All right, let's wrap this baby up. My favorite play for Monday night in the NBA. You know him as the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to give you a Beast of the Night under 7K on DraftKings. We are going to the Memphis Grizzlies. We are rolling with the big man, JAREN Jackson Jr., tonight's Beast of the Night. Now, I know we have some questions about Ja Morant. Is he going to play or not? Questionable as of this recording. Let me be perfectly clear. I love JAREN Jackson, even if Ja Morant is in the lineup. But if Ja Morant is out, JAREN Jackson becomes a must for me. Now, let's dig into some of the numbers here. On the season, been incredible, averaging over 1.3 fantasy points per minute. When we go to Court IQ here in our RotoGrinders Premium suite of tools, and we take Ja Morant off the floor, that fantasy points per minute jumps to over 1.5 and leads this team with over 6% usage bump when Ja Morant is off the floor. And more importantly, San Antonio will be getting crushed by power forwards. We're talking bottom 5 in points allowed, rebounds allowed, and there's no team in the NBA allowing more fantasy points to the power forward position than the San Antonio Spurs. Add it all up, JAREN Jackson Jr., my favorite play on the board, and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it with our quick look at 6 of my favorite plays for the Monday Night NBA slate. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up in that comment section on YouTube while you're down there. Remember, fantasy points for JAREN Jackson Jr. on DraftKings. Closest guess wins a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. And who is your top play? Who's your Beast of the Night? If you're 10 in the bar, sound off in those YouTube comments. If you haven't already, click the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for that. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Best of luck here on this Monday night slate. We'll take tomorrow off. Be back with more NBA on Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist.